mindset that he's going to go make it bloody or go to the very brink every time.
Absolutely. And we're back for the third bout of the evening in elimination action, and there's about to be a what?
A girl fight. Let's go. I love to see the ladies matchups. Got another couple of amateurs making their amateur debuts, MMA debuts. Those are always fun to watch.
Absolutely. And, you know, the thing is, they both looked pretty game yesterday at weigh-ins. They both come from some schools that have some solid seasoning and background. We have Melanie Jiminez, who comes from Z's Gym in Fort Collins, who's been on a lot of these local cards lately, as well as then Gabrielle Hartley coming out of Pariah MMA under the tutelage of Drew Lawrence in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, I saw I saw Gabrielle in the cage earlier, and she looked like she was smiling and enjoying herself, having fun. Like she was just really excited to be here tonight, so this will be a fun bout, I expect.
I love seeing that rather than a complete look of terror for someone who's about to be coming in here for the first time. You've got to love seeing that someone is just loose and that they're really soaking in and taking up the moment.
Yeah, you got to love what you're doing, and if you're not enjoying this, you shouldn't be in the sport.
You know, it's a tough thing to be a part of, getting punched in the face and cranked on every single day if you really don't love it.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be a different breed to love this stuff.
Definitely. Now, interestingly enough, there are going to be a couple of Z's Gym competitors all the way down here from Fort Collins. This is one of two so far on the night.
Yeah, that is a long way to travel, almost the full length of the state, basically.
In terms of your major cities, that is the furthest north, and Pueblo is the furthest south. For those out there listening, that's about 3 hours on the Front Range up and down I-25. You know, right now with that highway expansion project, sometimes that's a marathon, though, if I do have to say so myself, making that commute many a times.
I don't even want to talk about that I-25 construction stuff, man. Oh, I hate it, especially on the at night, you know. It's 2 lanes, it's bumpy and rocky the whole way. Don't get me started on that.
Absolutely, you know, and there's a lot of these fighters who came down from up north where, you know, some guys did show up a little bit late to weigh-ins yesterday, or not necessarily late, but weren't the early ones there, and it has to be in large part due to the traffic.
Yeah, but, man, make arrangements or something, because we be hungry at those weigh-ins, so don't leave us hanging. Schedule, plan ahead, make sure you guys are there early.
You know, the beautiful thing that happened with this weigh-ins with the commission was they allowed them to go as they came, or as soon as the commission came, they set up shop and let everything run, whereas in the past...
I don't want to interrupt you, but look at, I was speaking about how comfortable Gabrielle looked earlier. She's mobbing out here.
Oh, wow.
Dancing. She's got an entourage. She was saying what's up to her people. I told you, she looks like she's having fun. She looks happy.
She is absolutely having fun, though. Almost the entire Pariah MMA crew is out there joining her. We have Edwin Chavez, the Salazar brothers.
Main event, Zach Riley looks like he's up there as well.
You know, that's huge. That's got to be a great feeling for you coming out here, making your debut, having all of your brothers and sisters behind you that you go to war with every single day in the training room, and they're right here beside you making that walk.
Of course, it's important to feel that love and have that awesome send-off right before you go into literal war.
Absolutely. And she is feeling it. You can see her singing along with her walkout music as she's getting Vaselined up. Final check-ins here.
I said it earlier. I'll probably say it a couple more times, but I always like to say a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. So whenever I see a fighter come out like this, enjoying themselves, I expect to see a lot from them in the cage because they're so loose. They're so ready to go. You know, sometimes, especially in an amateur debut, those nerves hit you, man, and kind of some of that swag leaves you, but Gabrielle's kept all of it.
Gives a nice little circle and a shuffle going around the cage.
Here we go.
A much more stoic approach from Jiminez.
Gabrielle's got a lot of that hometown love.
She does. The Pariah crew always travels very well with their fighters.
Yeah, they're also a lot closer, too.
Absolutely. Springs to Pueblo is a lot closer than Fort Collins to Pueblo.
All right, looks like we're ready to go.
Third man in the octagon is referee Bobby Wambacher. And we are set to kick off another elimination bout in the women's 135-pound division. And the signature "Let's get after it" from the third man. Couple of jabs right away from Jiminez.
Nice little teep. No feeling out process. They're swinging right away. Here we go.
Jiminez with about 1.5 inches of the reach advantage here. Both ladies exchanging kicks on the inside. And a strong cross right there from Gabrielle Hartley.
I'd like to see their feet get set before they trade a little more.
How much of that is jitters, Ben, being that this is the first minute of their first fight?
Oh, definitely. Large part of it. You're in there, you get hit that first time and you just want to hit them back, so you don't always get your feet set and plan it exactly the way you should or would like to, and kind of leaves you a little awkward looking and probably feeling. Nice overhand again by Gabrielle, a couple in a row, goes to it again, and then a nice body kick with the lead leg.
A good body kick right there from Jiminez, coming right underneath the rib cage.
Gabrielle returning fire and with her own body kick. A lot of body kicks.
We do look like we see a little bit of swelling starting to pull up underneath the eye of Hartley. And Hartley with the body lock, looking to potentially get
nice
around.
Knee to the body on Jiminez. Right in front of us here.
And Ben, if you're Jiminez right now in this position, what are you looking to do?
Keep her up against the cage, hopefully get a takedown.
Now she has the overhook on one side, and it looks like we might be getting a
nice
reversal of position right here.
Separation.
Great
nice
body
knees
knees by Hartley.
Oh, nice overhand by Hartley again. Nice body shot with the leg. Jiminez returning fire with her own body kick again.
Hartley's throwing a lot of volume, but we're seeing the more damage come from Jiminez, it looks like, just based off of the look of Hartley's face. She does have a pretty significant little mouse underneath that left eye.
Yeah, but Hartley's been landing that overhand a little bit.
Oh, she has.
She's got that mouse, but
with Jiminez standing so close in the pocket, you question what the sting is behind some of those, because she hasn't backed down an inch.
Jiminez
as she
is
continues
confident.
to walk her
nice
down.
hook. She's confident to stay coming forward the entire fight, it looks like.
And a strong body knee, or strong knee to the body right there from the clinch by Gabrielle Hartley. We did see Jiminez finally back up for a second there. 10 seconds left in the bout.
In on the shot, in on the single leg. Some nice strikes by Hartley. Oh, good first round. A lot of good action there.
What an impressive first round for those two ladies right there.
Nice little mouse under the eye of Gabrielle Hartley. But I think she showed a lot of good stuff in that round as well, even though she's wearing that mouse and she's got that bump under the eye.
Now it is important to note right here, alongside Drew Lawrence in the corner of Gabrielle Hartley, there is a medical official inside the cage checking her eye out right now. But it does look like we are all clear and still good to go.
Jiminez in there standing up in her corner. Doesn't look tired, looking fresh still. Always good to see.
Do see some deep breaths coming from each side, but we'll see how that goes. If this is just a good moment for them to really take those deep belly breaths right now, and then get back to their normal breathing pattern once the action starts.
Set for round two.
And off with round two. Both fighters meet in the middle.
Nice check.
Jiminez throwing punches and bunches, but Hartley is effectively countering with everything. And a strong right hand overhand counter from Hartley right there.
They just met in the center and started trading again. I love that they're just not even worried about feeling each other out. They're just banging.
And they're both eating a lot of shots too here, Ben.
Both fighters have taken a lot of damage. Not so much, I'm not seeing a lot of defense, but I'm seeing a lot of offense.
I tell you what, entertainment value, you can't beat this right now for amateur fights.
You are right, brother. Hartley content to, oh, nice.
Oh, a high kick.
Nice.
But Jiminez rushes her right back with the low inside kick and a good knee to the body. She's backing her up against the fence, has the tie plumb. These ladies are going after it.
Nice, knees to the body by Jiminez. There we go. Oh, good overhand by Hartley. Wow.
Again, the
Gets
overhand.
her with her. Again, went to the high kick again, just missed. Got her with the toes.
I'd like to see that left hand get a little bit higher there for Jiminez. She's wearing that overhand too often. But hats off to Hartley for recognizing the low hands and throwing it. She went to throw it again.
Great. She needs to follow it up with a couple more shots after that overhand. There, now go again. That overhand's landing. She needs to go to the well with that hook up, or that uppercut after with the left.
This is like a video game right now. It's like when you keep on having that one combination in fight night that just keeps on working and you just keep on going for the same thing over and over.
This is a great fight.
I'm loving it.
Jiminez attacking the front headlock.
Hartley does have the wrist control of Jimenez's left wrist, so she's able to free herself and does have the underhook. Knee to the body from Hartley. Again, a knee to the body from Hartley. Good defense, though, from Jiminez to push her off. And the overhand again from Hartley.
Great action, great action.
You wonder when Jiminez is going to start to make the adjustment because Hartley is going to the well often with that overhand, and she lands it again and again.
And one more jab, a nice one after that. Just misses with that overhand again. Jiminez has got her up against the cage, just trying to stop that right hand.
Good inside knee to the body, though. Ooh, and she stuffed her with that left cross. Teep to the body from each lady.
Jiminez has ate so many of those right hands, and you can't even tell. Great round, great second round.
Great round, pure heart. What a showing so far for these two ladies. You are getting your money's worth if you are here right now in the Pueblo Convention Center watching these fights.
This is an excellent bout. Both women going for broke, leaving it all out there, and we still got a round left.
Now we do see Jiminez taking the stool this time, so a little bit of a change up in the approach from the first round to the second round.
It's important to keep those legs fresh as possible, you know what I'm saying? So if you got to take a seat, rest those legs, keep them fresh. Like I said, they're both going for broke, and we still got a third round, so we got to maintain that freshness in the legs. So I think it's important to have a quick little seat, catch the breath before we go for broke again.
And again, we could be looking at a 0-0 ball game going into the last frame here. Coach Z very animated over here in the corner for Jiminez, trying to get his fighter amped up to realize the urgency that needs to happen right here in this last round to bring home that victory. We saw the same thing from Drew Lawrence, but a little bit more calm as he was rubbing out the shoulders of Hartley.
Here we go, third round. Like to see Hartley do more off of that right hand.
But she lands the overhand again. Coach Z calling for the knees.
Jiminez got her up against the cage again. Hartley back to the well with that big overhand, though.
Again with the overhand right there in the break. She's doing a great job. Gabrielle Hartley is doing a great job doing damage once they're clinched up and off of the break. But Jiminez, we saw some great dirty boxing right there. Absolutely, Ben. Ben, when you have your back up against the fence like Hartley was just there, what are you looking to do?
Switch position. Get my back off the cage. Can't stay there. This isn't where you're winning the fight with your back against the cage. even if you are landing your own shots every now and then, it's important to, have that cage control.
They are met in the middle right now, just throwing leather. This is awesome.
Hartley looks like she's been in a war.
Brother, she has gone to war. These
Nice
ladies have
overhand
both
again.
gone to war. But again, you have to question.
Nice kick to the body.
What the true power or what the sting behind some of those punches and those overheads from Hartley are, because Jiminez isn't showing a ton of damage.
She could just be one of those body types that absorbs damage well. I've seen that before in MMA.
And the first takedown of the match so far.
She's got her back. Jiminez has got her back. Up against the cage.
Body lock. Body lock from Jiminez.
Hartley needs to work to get that underhook.
She could potentially start to look to weave that left leg to go for the Renzo Gracie.
I'd like to see her get her back off the cage and start to face her. That left hand needs to come around and underhook to her right hand. Jiminez's right arm.
Jiminez keeps on looking like she wants to sink that hook, but then she pulls it back. You have to tip your hat right now, though, to Hartley. She is in a bad position, and she is throwing damage. She is throwing punches with every single opportunity that she has. She's punching to the thigh. She's punching to the shoulder. She's punching to the ear.
Jiminez going for broke on this takedown, though, which could mean a lot, especially if this goes the distance, which it looked like.
And we have time for an elbow right there. Keep in mind, folks, there are no elbows in elimination fights. However, it doesn't look like that was a damaging blow or anything concussive. It really didn't even look like Jiminez stopped in the middle of her trying to continue with that takedown.
She hasn't stopped after any of the shots she's absorbed tonight. Impressive. And we're back.
Now, interesting with this here, Ben, is this benefits Hartley greatly, because she was in the process of potentially being taken down. On the break from that illegal strike, they started back in a neutral position.
You are correct, man. I didn't even notice that. I'm glad you pointed that out. Interesting that they didn't start him with that same position.
100%.
Oh, nice overhand again and a
Rock'em
jab.
sock'em robots for the last 10 seconds.
Looked wobbled there for just a second. Wow, what a fight.
What an absolute barn burner. Hats off to both of these ladies. Wow, what a war. What a war.
Crowd loved that one.
Gabrielle Hartley with her arms up in the air playing to the crowd. Hopefully scoring the last little bit of points there for the judges. It'll be interesting to know what they were looking at within this card, or within this contest, I should say, simply because we did have the takedown from Jiminez. We did have a lot of damage done by Jiminez, but without seeing any sort of punch tracker or strike tracker in front of us, I would have to say that Hartley had the advantage when it comes to the volume in terms of overall strikes thrown as well as strikes landed, especially when it comes to the significant strikes. She was on point, I would say probably with at least a 60+% efficiency with that overhand right.
I got to agree with that take. Also, she did land that big head kick in the second round. That was real nice.
Correct. One way or the other, both of these women can walk out with their heads held high because they could not have put on a better show in their amateur debut.
We don't give out fight of the nights here, but I think so far that's got to be the leading candidate.
100%. We still have another 9 bouts to go on the evening, but you cannot be more correct in that. That is an early candidate for it. And if you check us out at the MMA Plug with Mile High Sports, we do give out fight of the night for each card.
As you were, sir. And for the official decision, what a fight. Hartley struck with a bit of emotion. Almost looked like she was surprised.
Hey, that is absolutely understandable.